Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I have to miss class today. Dr. Willis says that I have cooties and I can't come and share them. So, not cookies, cooties, unfortunately. So, I'm doing this online, and if you guys have any questions or anything, please let me know. I'm really sad I have to miss class, but because I know you guys would have great questions and conversation. But I'll be back next week. So, the first question is, in what ways did your definition or understanding of mindfulness change? So I went back to my first reflection, and what was really funny is I gave the definition of the Mayo Clinic of what mindfulness was. So obviously I had no clue. Um, I had this idea that you were supposed to clear your mind and have absolutely no thought going in it. I don't know. It was kind of like, when I think about it, I think of the SpongeBob episode where they do the conch shell or something, and they just sit there, and the conch shell goes, they're like, conch shell, what do you want us to do, or something like that, and it says nothing, and so they sit there and do nothing. That was my immediate thought, and now I understand it's a lot more of being self-aware of your needs, of, not like necessarily clearing your mind, but honestly allowing your brain to not only heal itself and provide rest to your mind, but also to provide rest for the rest of your body, and understand your needs for your body. So kind of like becoming reconnected. Yoga poses. So at the end of yoga sessions, they usually have you lay there and they're like, oh, like now move your fingers and your toes and watch the power go up your body, your spine, and stuff like that. And that's really what I think about. It's becoming connected to you as a whole person, and understanding your needs in order to be successful afterwards. So providing rest, providing coloring time, whatever that looks like. Which tools, suggestions, or tips are you practicing? So one of the biggest ones that I can think of is, it kind of relates back to the grape example that we spoke about. If I can remember it correctly, or there were a lot of examples where it talks about using every sense that you have, and just like allowing yourself to be immersed in the environment and in the present. And that's something I'm really bad at. I'm always thinking about what I can get done, being more effective, being more efficient. It's really hard for me so I work from like 8 to 12 every day, and I work more beyond that, but usually 8 to 12, and then I have a break from like 12:30 once I get home to maybe 1:30. So I have an hour to really relax, and I'm terrible at it. I'll do homework instead. I'll think about everything I have to do. I'll get on my one of like 6 email accounts and respond to emails, and I don't know how to relax. And so this has really taught me to give myself like 10 minutes to be in the moment. And I started doing this in the mornings. So when I let my dog out, she'll go and she'll play around, and I'll just sit there and close my eyes. And I smell the smells. Sounds weird. I listen to what's going on, all of the different elements. We did this in class. The feel, so the wind, the temperature. I'm trying to think. I don't necessarily taste anything. That would be kind of weird unless I'm eating breakfast. But, and then I'll open my eyes and I'll look at the different trees and watch the wind blow like in them as I am now, because my window is right there. So I've been trying to do that. I've been trying to get in touch with the present and understanding the moment that we are in now, instead of thinking about the future and what I can be accomplishing, because as Dr. Will says, the work is always there. Um, how do the identified from number 2 fit with being stretched too far? Um, hmm. So I think when I think of doing that exercise, it might sound crazy, but we can almost, I don't know what to say. We can almost push our brain too far. And in that moment, you are pushing your brain. You're pushing every single one of your senses. And when you do that, you're not allowing yourself to rest. And so, though I enjoy doing that in the morning, I probably shouldn't do that in the afternoon when I come home. I should honestly close my eyes and allow myself to lay on my couch or my bed and not do anything. Um, we we can stretch ourselves too far even when it comes to mindfulness practices, in my personal opinion. Um, Even though it's good for us, I feel like there are different outlets for us to use that do bring joy in our lives. Like, I love watching Parks and Rec reruns, and New Girl and The Office and stuff like that. And though I'm not stepping back and becoming more aware, I apologize. That was not supposed to go off. I also apologize for the sniffles. I will have sniffles. I have a cold. I have antibiotics. So we'll just bear with me. As I was saying, I enjoy watching those shows because they bring joy to me. I would prepare for exams by watching an episode of The Office before, and then I would go into an exam and I would knock it out of the park. Not only because I studied, but because I just kind of needed that joy. And so that's, I think, a way that we can stretch ourselves too far. If none of the experiences resonated with you, what actions did you or could you take to take care of you? Saying no. That is the biggest thing that I have had to work on. I've had a lot of catastrophic events happen to me in the past year. It's been the hardest year of my life, and some of it has been literally, 75% of it has been me saying no, not saying no. Some events I even said no and something still terrible happened to me. But I think when I say that, I mean that, it's so important for us to put ourselves forward. I'm like this, if you know anything about the Enneagram, I'm a type 2 person. I care about people. I want to serve them. I want to make their lives better. I'm like definitely going to be the girlfriend that buys her boyfriend, if you guys have ever heard of Supreme, definitely going to be that girlfriend, dropping $500 just for a hoodie or going to trips, because if that's what he enjoys, that's what I'm willing to sacrifice in order to see that joy. And I've allowed that to be attached to relationships, and that is not my 3 a.m. people. And so I've tried to become better about that in order to make my life better. Saying no, I deserve this. And even though I think the hardest thing is what we can do is that my influences, a lot of my supervisors do not say no. I have one specific supervisor that never says no, and he expects me to say yes all the time. And that has been, it's been hard saying no to him, but I have to remember his problem cannot affect me. My laptop's about to die, so I'm going to try and hurry. So how did this journey address what you identified in the first part, number 5? I've learned to just say no. I've started saying no. I've started putting myself forward. It's been hard. I still probably volunteer myself for way too much. I still check emails and say yes when I shouldn't, and I should be focusing on myself. But one of the biggest things that I've done is I stayed home today. Though it's really, and this might sound bad, but I feel almost ostracized when I choose to stay home from work. And there's a point when I try to make up my hours if I stay home from being sick. And first off, I'm putting my foot down on that. I'm not going to make up hours for being sick because this is a rant, but graduate assistants should not be expected to make up their hours if they're sick. It's sick leave. And though it's not outlined in our contract, we shouldn't have to make that up. And I think by me doing that, this is me standing up for myself and saying, I need this time to heal. There's been a lot of bad stuff that has happened to me, and so I'm going to take this day not only to heal physically, but mentally and emotionally, and be able to come back tomorrow or whether it's next week and perform at a level, at the level I can. Mindfulness plan moving forward. Coloring more, saying no, allowing myself to eat more ice cream. Sounds dumb. Definitely enjoying the mornings like I have been doing, drinking a cup of coffee or tea. I got some turmeric chai tea today, so it's not bad. If you guys are interested, I'll give you the hookup for that. But yeah, definitely just enjoying the moment, staying off of emails. I have 6 emails. You know, the work is always going to be there, and that's something that I'm trying to remember in the process. It's going to be there, and they can wait, and, you know, if they're not happy with that, then they can go to somebody else, because I'm doing the best that I can as a 22-year-old who's in grad school, that has 2 jobs, and all of that. So last question, what I want to share, my laptop's actually about to die, and I'm pretty sure I heard my dog, so beware. She might be a visitor. But we talk about mindfulness and we talk about taking these breaks, and I was listening to a podcast by Dr. Caroline Leaf, and she's a mental health expert, and she talked about how we need to take breaks 3 times a day, at least 10 minutes each, and we need to let our mind wander. We need to let our imagination wander. I literally hear my dog coming. And because this will allow our brain to heal. And it will allow us to not make as many mistakes. It won't allow us to explode as much. It'll allow us to be human and completely and totally be better. Not be on our toes, but be fully aware and able to answer the call of whatever work or life calls at us. So anyways, that's all I have to say. I miss you guys. I'm sorry it's been 2 weeks, but I look forward to hearing about everything you have to say. If you have any questions, let me know. And let's see, hold on, before my laptop dies, say hi to Eliza! Well, I'm glad you finally got to see my peppers. I'll see you guys in class next week. Bye.